of this Thursday lunchtime. Now, the Bank of England have just announced that the interest rate will be frozen at its current level. Whew. But the rate of interest in this lady just keeps going up and up. It's Zoe Tyler.
And after being in recession for 7 long years, apparently she's seen an astounding upturn. It's Carol McGiffin.
And she's still playing footsie with her newfound friend. It's Jane McDonald.
And the lady we're all banking on to get us through this next hour, it's the lovely Andrea McLean.
And lined up in the loose lounge and ready for action later on, 2 gorgeously glamorous girls in the shape of showbiz royalty Lorna Luft and Queen of Soaps, Julie Goodyear. Plus, later on, as Daniel Radcliffe reveals all about his romp with an older lady, could you be bothered to show a younger bloke the ropes in the bedroom? But first things first, not literally.
Get the ropes out.
I was going to say, it's so good to be back. I missed all this. You've been away as well, haven't you, Zoe?
I have. I've missed all this as well, all this filth. I have. I've been away and I've been working. I had a great time. Well, I've been filming a show called Hairspray, the summer musical with the beautiful Denise Van Outen. We had a great time. I've also been on a little cruise with my baby boy, and we went on a gondola in Venice.
Oh.
There he is.
He's a bit young for you, isn't he?
Well, yeah, it was supposed to be romantic, but I went with my son. That's the story of my life, isn't it?
Oh, what about your house? You've moved
My
into
house.
your
I moved into my house. I moved into my...
Have you seen any ghosts?
Well, unfortunately, nothing's gone bump in the night. In more ways than one. No, it's gorgeous. No ghosts yet. Good. Apart from when I'm, you know, having the odd nightmare about here next door.
Me?
No, darling.
What?
About seeing you again. What?
Yeah, so I'm right then. I'm right about the ghosts. There ain't no ghosts. They don't exist.
Well, I have to say,
your house isn't haunted.
I was on my own the other night, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, Jake was at his dad's, 3 o'clock in the morning, the curtain rail fell down. Can you imagine? I can't even tell you. I was, like, shivering under there. And the lights keep going on and off because I think there's faulty switches, but...
Could be faulty switches.
Could be faulty switches.
So have you got a boyfriend?
No, have you?
No, I've got 3. No, I haven't. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's an absolute lie. I'm just making that up.
What about you, Andrew? What have you been up to?
Well, I had 3 weeks off, which was really nice. And we all went off to France, which was great. There's been a heat wave in France, I don't know if you know this. And it stopped the day we arrived. And it rained and was cloudy the whole time we were there, until 3 days before we left. Now, I have to say, going on holiday with 2 young kids and 1 really big one is really quite tedious.
Her face when she says that.
Well, all 3 of them going, what are we going to do now? I'm bored. As if you're magic. You know, I can't... I know I'm a weather person, but I can't make it go away. What did we do? We watched a lot of Peppa Pig. We drove around. We found a really lovely Dutch-run campsite that had things for the kids to play with, a little pool and all that sort of stuff. So we sort of did that, and then the day we came home, the sun came out.
That's what most people do when it rains.
Well, do you know, if it had been the 2 of us, that would have been a really good idea. But do you know, our best bit of the 3 weeks is when we got home. Amy, who's just coming up to 2, she could obviously tell. She obviously start recognising, you know, where we were. And she arrived at Terrible 2's full flow while we were in France. That was another thing that went wrong. As we got home, we opened the door, she just ran in and went, yay!
She was happy to be home.
She was literally jumping up and down. I could have saved a fortune.
You could have.
Yeah.
Stay home next year, love.
I will stay home. OK. Now, tonight sees that rather good-looking presenter, Steve Jones, fronting a new TV show.
That's one of my boyfriends.
Oh, is that one of them? OK. If he doesn't know it, it doesn't count.
No, he doesn't know it.
OK.
Yet.
And the TV show is called When Women Ruled the World. It's a reality show which sees a bunch of blokes on a tropical island being told exactly what to do by some feisty females. But what do you think, Jane? Do you think the world would be a better place if we told everyone what to do?
Actually, we already do, don't we? I think we already do run the world, because men, of course, it's the mother who brings the sons up. So it all depends on the mothers, doesn't it, really, how they turn out, I think. So be very careful out there.
So are you saying that men grow up always wanting that? You know, they secretly want to be told what to do by women because...
Not not necessarily.
Hankering after their mothers.
Well, a lot of men do go for a mother-like. I know everybody I know has married a girl that's slightly like their mother, not maybe in looks, but in the way they look after them, the way they are.
In the same way that women do for men. I mean, they do say that women end up marrying.
Women do
someone
tend to
like
go
that.
for
syndrome?
No, it's called reality.
No.
It's true. Because if you're brought up with a mum like I've got, who does tend to look after me and she's great and things like that, that's why my marriages have never worked, because I don't know how to look after anybody, really, basically. But my brother has married Wendy, who is very much the matriarch at home as well, so he's gone for someone like that.
So what would you say that you're
married
like
25
then?
years.
You know, you said it never worked.
You're the
But do you say you're a bit too bossy?
You are quite bossy.
Yeah,
aren't
I'm
you?
bossy. I'm bossy.
Do you boss Mr. Ed around?
Yes, I do.
Do
actually.
you?
Yeah.
Does he like it?
I mean, give and take. You've got to have give and take in every relationship. But I've said this before on this panel, that men aren't psychic. So if you would like them to do something or ask them to do something, you have to ask them, because they're not psychic. A man will not do something voluntarily. But if you ask them, they will always do it for you.
Well, they will. They voluntarily put towels on the bed.
Yeah.
Wet ones. Yeah, all the time. I don't know why. I don't know. Do you know? I think it's confusing for men. You see, we had John Cleese on the show yesterday, and he actually said that some people actually quite like being told what to do. Now, I know what you're saying about men, but I don't know, and I don't like being told what to do by anybody ever. No, really. Yeah, honestly, yeah. But sometimes I kind of fantasise about, you know, really being told what to do, someone else taking charge, and me not being in charge, not being in control.
No,
and I quite like
that.
the idea of that, and I would quite like to.
But do you think that's because you've always sort of been in charge of yourself, if you like? You've never really... you had a very strong mum, you didn't grow up with a dad around. Do you think it's because you're used to looking after yourself?
Well, there was there wasn't a male role model around my house ever. So I suppose that's why I don't miss that, and I don't look out for it, and I don't particularly want it. But in a way, I kind of, I like the idea of it, and I sort of envy. I don't envy women who are controlled, and I don't want a controlling situation, but you know, occasionally I would like to be told what to do.
I think you're probably a little bit like me in the same way. I'm very organising, and I'm probably quite bossy if I'm allowed to be. However, I don't want a wimp of a man. I like men to be a man.
I'm just laughing, so that's such a good word. I'm very organising.
No, I am.
That means bossy.
That means bossy. Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing more than the biggest turn-off for me is a man not to be a man. I like a man to be a man.
Yeah, I want to go back to, you know, cavemen days. I want them to go out and kill animals and bring them back and cook them. Do you know what I mean? I want them to do that while I sit at home, like, making, you know, furry
I'd like a man that
pants.
can cook. I'd like... Oh, my God. No. But I'd like a man that could cook. I think. Oh, don't star off today, I'm telling you. Don't go there. Shall I carry on while you just dissolve?
I just don't get it. We've moved on. You know,
I know, but I wanna go
evolution is...